Raffaella, I have been so looking forward to having a conversation with you. We get to talk on the Zoom every so often, but it's about Lo Schiavo business. And today we're going to talk about Raffaella a little bit. Can you share
Yes,
with us what is your role with Lo Schiavo Genealogica?
sure. First of all, hi everyone. Hi Denise. Well, actually, I am the on-site team leader. That means that I am the Italian member of this team, and that's why I know the place, I know the mechanisms, and I can speak Italian, of course. So, yes. So on me is all the, let's say, not only, but the bureaucratic work that needs a lot of practice because bureaucracy can be quite overwhelming, not everywhere, actually. So I'm the local agent. Let's call it my role as a local agent. Of course, okay, I'm the team leader, but I'm not the one, with the whip that you have to do what I want. No, 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 no. It's really a team job. So we are really working together, and so. But of course, being the Italian one, being the so I am here. So the main role is mine.
Yes, and we're going to talk more specifically about
Yes,
on-site stuff in a moment. But you work with Lisa, and
yes,
I look at you as like a very important liaison
yes,
between our work in doing all the heavy lifting and
yes,
navigating the systems in Italy
yes,
so we can get the pieces of the whole Italian dual citizenship process
yes,
working as easily and as smoothly as possible, which is,
yes.
quite the endeavor, as we'll talk about.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
How long have you been doing this kind of work?
Well, actually, it's 4 years now. Next month, early next month will be 4 years because I first met Melanie and her team on February 2019. Oh my God, it's already 4 years. Yes. And we just immediately clicked together and started working together. So, yes, it's 4 years now.
Wow. And
Yeah.
it's in my work, I'm only on the edge of all of the important work of dual citizenship
Yes.
stuff, but it's an ongoing learning process for me. And it's fascinating because there are so many different moving pieces. And it's almost like a little bit of a chess game because depending on the move and what's
Yes.
happening over here can impact, well, what's next in this process. And I suspect it can be very rewarding when you something happens the way you hope it happens, and also challenging when it's not happening the
Yes.
way you want it to happen. But what motivated you to pursue this as a career?
Well, actually, as always, well, not always, but it all happened casually by chance.
Mm.
Because Melanie was looking for, a local agent. Let's call it a local agent here, and asked some people she was working with, and one of them was a friend of mine. And as soon as he understood what Melanie and Lo Schiavo were looking for, she thought of me. And I said, oh my goodness, because, it was really fascinating, working with a team, with a society, doing all these things. But it was also a challenge because, when you discover or find a job that really allows you to use all everything you have studied for, all your experience, both in working experience and living experience, your experiences in life, all put together. It can be fascinating, but also, well, quite scary, because you say, oh my goodness, that is my quite a kind of a dream job. Will I be able to face it, to do that? So it was quite by chance, quite a challenge, and actually, but it was, it worked.
Yeah.
It worked. I've been working with Lo Schiavo, with the team, so for 4 years now, and it's really, yeah, sometimes a demanding, sometimes a challenging, but always fascinating job, really,
Learning.
really.
You're a lifelong
Yes, learning. And
learner.
we are all, and always learning. Yes, yes. It's a continuous learning, really.
Mhm. So, what
Yeah.
would you say in those past 4 years is one of the most surprising things that you learned in this process of whether it's being the local agent or liaison for our on-site program or navigating the system, even as an Italian resident? Was there anything
Yeah.
surprising that you learned?
Well, actually, as I told you before, I'm the one who has to, to be the front woman with the Italian bureaucracy. And this can be quite, demanding. But what really surprised me, that I had never realized, that, yes, it is, behind bureaucracy, there are people. And people, when you go there and ask them, and you tell them, I have this problem, or I have this thing to do, so they will really try to help,
Hmm.
in all possible ways. Of course, always remaining within the frame of bureaucracy, of course, but people are really nice.
Hmm.
If they can help you, they will.
I love that.
And that was really fine. That was really nice, because sometimes when you say, you can look at bureaucracy as a kind of monster that you have to face. Oh my goodness, oh my dear. No, just one step at a time. So I have this thing and I have that other things. Okay, let's see how we can arrange it. And so you learn, and you learn how to, because sometimes there are not issues, but different aspects,
Hmm.
that you have to face, to understand, to learn, and to solve, because of course, people are different. Everyone has have their single uh, problem, let's say problem, or whatever aspect. It's not an issue, mustn't be an issue, but of course. And so, really, people will help you. And that's nice. And that's nice because people are good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very nice. So it's
It's nice.
it's people and process, and there's so many.
Yes, people and process. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
and different
Exactly.
elements to it that there's some predictability, but mostly, there's not a lot of predictability. But the fact that
No.
there's this willingness to be supportive in a very complicated process, that's
Yes.
great. And as I mentioned, I know nothing about this. I'm the digital person, but I'm learning. And so correct me if I'm wrong. There's two ways one could go after Italian dual citizenship. One is they could stay in their home country and hire
Yes.
someone like us, an agency like us, to help navigate that process of the research, the obtaining of documents, the application, all the things. And that's a very lengthy process, depending on several variables, many years, right?
Yes.
Because there's not a lot of resources. Like, did I understand this correctly? Like in the United States, there's only like one or two people who can help facilitate that. I don't know, maybe this is a question for Melanie, but
Yeah.
it takes a very, very, very long time. Now, if someone doesn't want to wait for a very, very long time, there's a more expedited service or approach, and that's called the on-site process, which we'll be
Yes,
talking more about.
exactly.
And basically, the overview of that is that someone can live in the jurisdiction where they're applying for their dual citizenship for a much shorter period of time. However,
Yes.
it doesn't take a week. It can take,
No, 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 no,
maybe
no, no.
up to a year's time
Yes.
to go through that process. Now, we're not going to cover it all today in our conversation.
No.
But I'd like to talk about maybe a few things when folks are considering their on-site, that pursuit, that process of doing an on-site Italian dual citizenship process. Three things that come to mind, sort of a precursor, and it really falls under this question: why? Right? Why are you doing it? Right? Because it is an investment, right, of time. It's an investment of money, and it's an investment of patience, right? Because there's, again, so many uncontrollable facets as you're trying to drive the car in a straight line, right, to get where it needs to get.
Yes.
So, and at some point we'll talk about that, the answering why, but at a future conversation or video series. But when you think of this in your role, because you have a very perspective, what might one thing or a couple of things folks should consider when they are interested in pursuing on-site Italian dual citizenship?
Well, actually, well, after 4 years, I have seen kind of a number of people that came here for any different reason, and but always they, people are coming here full of, enthusiasm because they're really living in their ancestors' country, and so they're full of expectations. But of course, the country their ancestors left and remembered is not the country we are living in now. So sometimes, reality, idea versus reality can be quite hard to accept. But as I'm always saying, we can, transform an issue into an opportunity. So you are here, of course. It can be not scary, but long. You have to wait. You have to, of course, to build up your life in this period that can be 1 year. Yes, can be 1 year. So take it as a me time. Learn Italian, because of course, when you have obtained the Italian citizenship, you will be a kind of an ambassador of the Italian country, the Italian culture, the Italian idea, way of life. Okay, there are so many different ways of life in Italy, but you will be the representative of this idea. So take your time, visit Italy, learn Italian, just decide, okay, I just really, oh my goodness, I had the desire to, to walk, to learn, to play guitar or whatever. So use this time as a me time. Are you a walker? Then go and have walks. Do you like visiting museums? Do you like going to concerts? Are you a sports person? So there are so many things that you can do for yourself here. And just to use this year, I repeat, as a me time,
Mhm.
because it's a wonderful opportunity that not all people can experience. So 1 year me time. Have your family come here, or go and try to find your family. So there will be some far cousins that are still living here.
Mhm.
Everything really can be done. It depends, of course, on your attitude. If you understand that you are trying to obtain something that is really important for you, you will know that, let's say, 1 year is nothing.
Yeah.
And you can use this for yourself. And I think, this is a really great opportunity. Yes,
So I'm
excellent.
listening to you, and we've had many questions. As a matter of fact, you, Lisa, and I are working on
Yes,
creating a great support network, if you will, for Lo Schiavo. So we can really provide support to our clients in this way. But I was thinking, during the pandemic for the year of 2020, at least, when the world shut down, personally, I made a choice like, okay, well, if I'm not going to have the life I'm used to, how can I use this time as a meantime? So, oh, I'm going to launch a book club. Oh, I'm going to buy a bike and I'm going to go out bike riding. Oh, I'm going to join a leadership development group, things of that nature
yes,
to help me take advantage of the circumstance I was in. And it is, it can be, I assume, very unnerving for folks to be in a different culture in a different country. I travel quite a bit
yes,
internationally, and it is very exciting for the adventure, and but there's still understanding the culture of the place you're at. So
yes,
we take
definitely.
this very, very seriously at Lo Schiavo Genealogica, and we are so excited as we're developing ways to make this, in the meantime, Italian experience the best, most amazing experience for our clients. So more to
Yes.
come on that. Now, a little shift, sort of. What is your favorite thing? If you could even come up with a favorite thing or place about Italy, what would it be?
Well, I love, really do love central Italy, the Etruscan places. I probably have a kind of, blood cells that are Etruscans in my body. So I love them. And I really feel at home there. But, you know, uh, every place has a kind of soul, you can feel it. So when you can feel the soul of the place, there is a very nice expression in Latin. It is called genius loci. That really means the soul of the place. That is something, regarding culture, people, architecture, nature, whatever, food, whatever. When you can feel this, the
Energy?
this energy, yes, exactly, this energy that is made by all these small things, well, maybe, fragments of people who live there, or who are living there now, what their jobs and so on. When you can feel it, that's really the greatest experience for me, because you can really feel for just maybe one moment, but you can feel part of that place.
Mm, mm.
And that's well, probably not only in Italy, but of course, when I go in this, the central central Italy, I can feel it. So I feel at home, even if I've never lived there, because and I have family that my family come from different parts of Italy, and I spent a lot of, well, the main part of my life in Milan. So central Italy is nothing, well, should be nothing for me, but I feel at home because I really feel this. And when you can feel it, and I'm always telling people, that come here, so if you go there, if you try to find the place where your family or ancestors came from, you will probably feel the place. And that's the best experience for me in
I
Italy.
mm,
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, my final question for you, what is the
Yes.
favorite Italian expression that you like to use?
Well, actually, I don't know whether it exists. It can be translated in a kind of such a small word, like in Italian. It is "boh." That means, I don't know, "boh." What shall we do? "Boh." Where did I put my glasses? "Boh." That's really funny. I like it because it's small and it's so full of meaning. Just a syllable. "Boh." I like it. Well, then there are so many, from the different dialects of my family. So there are really too many, actually. But this is what is my preferred one. Yes.
I got it. That's so
I don't know.
great.
Maybe I don't know if maybe it's it's really Italian because you can't say you have to have a kind of particular face and use your hands, and so it's bo. So, yes.
Thank you so much, Raffaella. This was so much fun, and I knew it would be.
Okay, so bye everyone. Thank you. It was really really nice for me to have this chat, this conversation with you. Thank you so much. Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye bye. Ciao.
If you would like to learn more about Italian dual citizenship or your Italian family tree, be sure to visit us online at italyancestry.com.